All right, let's get right into it. If you're looking for a dog trainer in Newport News, Virginia, this is for you. We're going to break down exactly how to find the best fit for you and your dog.
And really, that's what it's all about, right? Having a dog you can take anywhere, a confident companion for all your adventures. Whether you're hitting the Nolan Trail or just hanging out at City Center, good training makes all of that possible. Okay, so before you even start searching for a trainer, let's talk about what good training actually looks like. Knowing the basics of what works is going to help you sift through the options and find someone who's really effective. You're going to hear this term a lot, positive reinforcement. And it's pretty simple, really. It's all about rewarding the behaviors you want to encourage. Think treats, praise, toys, whatever your dog loves. You're building this willing partnership, teaching them what to do instead of just punishing them for mistakes. It's way more effective and, honestly, a lot more fun for both of you.
Now here's something you might not realize. In Virginia, the dog training industry isn't regulated. That means anyone can call themselves a dog trainer. That's why looking for these certifications is so important. They're a sign that a trainer has put in the work, that they're committed to their education and using methods that are both effective and humane.
All right, so you know to look for positive reinforcement, and you've got an eye out for certifications. Now let's talk about the different ways training is actually delivered. What kind of program is going to be the right fit for your dog and your lifestyle? You've basically got two main paths you can go down: group classes or private lessons. Group classes are awesome for getting your dog used to other dogs and people, practicing their skills when there's a lot going on. But if you have a really specific issue, like your dog goes nuts when the doorbell rings, then private lessons are probably your best bet. The trainer comes right to you to work on the problem where it actually happened.
Then there's the board and train option. This is where your dog actually goes to live with the trainer for a couple of weeks for some really intensive work. It can be super effective, but you have to do your homework here. I mean, really do your homework. You need to be 100% confident in the trainer, their methods, and where your dog will be staying.
Okay, let's talk about the money. What's this actually going to cost? Prices in Newport News can be all over the map depending on what you're looking for, so let's get into some real numbers.
So here's a rough breakdown of what you can expect in the local area. A 6-week group class might run you a couple $100. Private lessons are usually by the hour, and then you see the board and train programs. Yeah, that's a much bigger investment. This should give you a pretty good ballpark idea as you start looking around.
So you've done your research, you've found a few trainers that look promising. What's next? The consultation. This is your chance to interview them, and asking the right questions here is absolutely key to making a good decision. So, when you talk to them, here's what you need to ask. Get straight to their training philosophy. Ask about those certifications we mentioned. Make sure they're talking about a plan that's customized for your dog, not some cookie-cutter approach. And of course, get everything crystal clear on the cost. Treat it just like a job interview. You're hiring them for a very important role. Now, all this training doesn't just exist in a vacuum, right? The whole point is to have a well-behaved dog out in the real world. And that means being a good citizen, following the local rules, and just making life easier for everyone.
And the number one rule you've got to know in Newport News is the leash law. It's simple. If your dog is off your property, they have to be on a leash and under your control. Period. The only place that doesn't apply is inside an official fenced-in dog park.
Speaking of leashes, you'll hear trainers recommend a standard 6-foot leash. Why 6 foot? Well, it just gives you so much more control and is way safer than one of those long retractable leashes, especially when you're walking in a busy area.
And here's another important number to remember: 4 months. That's the age by which Virginia law requires all dogs to have their first rabies shot from a veterinarian. It's a non-negotiable for their health and for public safety. Okay, so you've been working with your trainer, and your dog is learning all these new skills. That's great, but where can you go to actually practice them? You need places to work on that training in the real world, and thankfully, Newport News has some really good spots.
You could take your dog for a leashed walk on the Nolan Trail, or head over to Huntington Park. Even Riverview Farm Park, outside of the actual dog park area, is fantastic. These places are perfect for practicing loose leash walking and keeping your dog's focus when there are other people, squirrels, or other dogs around. This is where the training really starts to stick.
Because at the end of the day, a well-trained dog is more than just obedient. They're a happier dog, and they're a companion you can truly share your life with. Having that go-anywhere partner will make everything from a simple walk around the block to a visit with family so much more relaxing and fun.